Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Wicked Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Bowden. With me, as always, is Frank Gazzero.
Hey.
And Katie Arroyo.
Hello.
And we have a great episode planned for you guys. We are fresh off of our live show at Hartford. And I got to say, it was a wonderful time. It was a wonderful time.
It was
and Katie,
really nice.
I want to say, great job on everything. You ran.
Thank you.
You know, behind the curtain shit. It was a lot of Katie. You know, getting the room,
It was. Did a great job.
working the
Thank
door.
you.
Yeah. You really took the bull by the horns. You made your boyfriend do the sound, and I feel like an asshole because I didn't thank him in my Emmy Award-winning Facebook post that I made.
Yeah, I did make Josh run sound. He should get an award because he literally all I asked him was, "Hey, do you think that I could play this song in the background while we read Creepy Corners?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can make it happen." And he packed up like all my shit for me that we would need to play it, and then recorded like everyone's sets and then emailed it to them. It was like,
oh my god,
running sound. I was
Katie,
like, oh, hell yeah.
Do not lose Josh. Don't lose him.
I'll try not
to. We really
to.
like him.
We need him in these live shows. Although there was a situation, I don't think you knew about it. It was really funny. So there was a microphone situation when we got there. We don't need to point fingers, but Katie and me didn't not do our job.
We assigned one person a job.
A person a job.
Bringing microphones.
Yeah. And
that's not what happened.
I don't know. I got a spreadsheet that says otherwise.
We were told we all need to bring our mics, and we all said, okay, we'll bring our mics. So I figured everyone was bringing a microphone. And I did bring a bunch of extra shit. It just wasn't enough extra shit.
Yeah.
Not enough extra. Just not the extra shit we needed.
Yeah. Shout out to our Patreon subscriber, Kurt Harrell, who showed up and is awesome, you know?
Yeah. And Kerry and Russ was there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
our
cool.
90 minutes.
Podcast
cool
Face. Yeah, they win like an epic award for the trek that they made to the show.
It was a nice high ride for them, I bet. So before the show, we were doing the whole mic situation. I go, all right, well, let's just do a mic check now. Now that we know we're only using 2, we wanted to use 3. We could not. So I'm like, let's use the 2. We'll do a mic check. And I'm doing a mic check. And Josh is doing stuff with the thing, and I'm counting, right? I'm just counting because it's the most consistent thing I can do into the mic. And then every once in a while, I look at the people walking in at this point, and be like, "Hey, you guys ready for the show? It's going to be a good time. We're just doing the sound check. Check 1, check 1, check 2, check 2."
Okay.
After about 3 minutes, I go, Josh. I go, "Can you adjust the levels? What are you doing?" He goes, "Why? What are you doing?" I go, "I'm doing a fucking sound check. What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm just Googling stuff." He didn't know I was doing a sound check, and I was there.
He told me this story from the opposite perspective.
Oh, I would love to hear that.
And he said, his story was, so there I was, Googling what the fuck was wrong with your laptop that it would not play the song that you asked me to do, and Brian started counting into a microphone. And he said, I was just trying to figure out how to get output from your laptop, and he just started talking into the microphone.
Normally the sound guy dictates when the check.
And then he goes, so I was like, I guess he's doing a sound check, but nobody has asked me to do any levels on the mics. And he goes, so then I just started doing one. And I go, that sounds about right for both of you guys. Both of you just doing your own thing and being like, the other person will figure out what I'm doing and adjust.
It was very funny. I hope it never happens again, but it was very funny.
In the future, do the checks when the sound guy asks you to.
That's
a general rule.
Well, that's usually what happens.
For a sound check, and we hadn't done one yet. At one point, I got to take charge.
At the very least, you got to let the guy know.
You let any. This is a running theme that we have here on Wicked Funny. If you have an intention of something, you got to share it.
I thought the guy knew. He was fiddling knobs. And he was looking at me every once in a while. I guess it was
that's because he kept hearing you count and he didn't know
he just picked up the mic and started counting.
It was well warranted. It had to happen.
And he goes, after like 3 minutes, he was like, I think he's doing a sound check, but he goes, but no one is adjusting levels. So I don't know what.
Yeah. And for the listeners, we need to let you know that a sound check literally takes at the absolute most, 90 seconds.
Yeah.
90 seconds. So for me to sit there for 3 minutes, and I used both mics too. It was ridiculous.
But I appreciate the fact that you would just this is so both of you guys. Like Josh, it has a brain worm about what was wrong with my laptop, where the sound would not. There was he ended up figuring it out like 3 days later, and I was just like, I guess we don't do sound output on my laptop. And he was like, I'm gonna fix it. So he's Googling like what setting is on my laptop that is not allowing external sound to go into the board. That's all he cares about. And so for 3 minutes, he's ignoring you counting so he can Google what is wrong with my computer. And then all you care about is a sound check. So you just keep the idea that you would keep counting for like 3 minutes before being like, hey, like, I think I would count twice and be like, is it okay if we do a sound check real quick? Like,
yeah, what number did you get up to?
Oh, it was a lot. It was a lot. It got to. I just started talking to people. I'm like, the bar's open. I guess that never happens, but the bar's open down here.
It's kind of funny that Josh listened to this for several minutes before mentioning.
He did say he goes, I didn't know what he was like. He was like, I was like, what is he doing? Like, why is he doing
that's how I fluff the crowd? Did he think?
He didn't know. And then also,
the crowd loves my numbers.
Yeah,
Wait, we can't start the show yet. I didn't count to 30. Hold on.
I can do my numbers. I gotta do my numbers.
I gotta go do my numbers, or else we can't.
It's a weird OCD disorder.
I came up with a new bit, Katie. It's a great bit. I do my numbers.
I go up and I count to 30. And then
I ask people to call out their favorite numbers, and I got jokes for any numbers they say.
Yeah,
it's called.
I recall every detail of my day, and then count to 30. It's a good bit.
But it was good, and I want to publicly apologize to the lady I yelled at, who was very nice, by the way.
She was. Her husband was very nice.
She was very nice. We had. How long did I talk to those people, Frank?
Oh, like after
20 minutes, yeah. I talked to him for at least that long before I went back downstairs to get you.
Yeah, on the way.
So you guys did 20 minutes of talking to them. Did either of you get one of them to subscribe to the podcast?
Yes, they all subscribed. Yes,
because I talked to the guy for about 30 seconds, and I took his phone and opened the app and subscribed for him.
Yeah, but see, you have a very aggressive approach. Do that, I think.
Yeah, you can do that. I had already yelled at these people. If I tried to take
someone's phone, I'd get punched in the mouth.
I did it nice. I was like, "Oh, we're on here," and he was like, "Yeah." I go, "Do you want to hand me your phone, and I'll just find it for you?"
Go to IllinoisCockburn.com.
Yeah,
but they were very nice. The lady said she was never mad at me for yelling.
Everyone that showed up was great. Yeah, you did do some yelling.
Gave parental advice, which was good.
They did.
I gave them parental advice.
Okay.
We were talking about ADHD and you know how we get into mental health on the podcast and stuff. And one lady was talking about her daughter and how her daughter has ADHD and she just can't get her to clean the room. And it came down to it's like, well, is the room not clean for you, or is she cleaning it to what she thinks your daughter
is
thinks
clean?
Is clean. And she goes, I never really thought of it that way. I go, it's probably clean to her. I go, what you need to do, I go, clean the room with her. I go, you're going to end up cleaning it the way you want anyway. Clean it with her. I go, and then take a picture of the room and agree. This is what the room looks like, right? You and your daughter agree on it. You take a picture. Now you have a visual reference every time your daughter cleans that room, to where you just hold up that picture and say, does it look like this? No, let's fix it. That's what I do with my son. Works like a charm.
Well, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I had a realization today before we started recording, because Josh is at work tonight. And so I went to the gym. That's why I also look like shit. So I went to the gym and I came home and I was starving, and I realized Katie alone dinner versus Katie with another person dinner is drastically different. Like, me making food for like me and Josh is like, oh, I made blackened fish with a tomato avocado salsa and like, whatever. And tonight for dinner, I had a piece of bread with avocado and like a little tomato salad on top of it. And then
SpaghettiOs with Oscar Mayer wieners poured over toast.
Exactly. I ate some baked
I had an
beans. I
open
was like,
faced
what?
SpaghettiOs sandwich.
Yeah, I was like, what? This is how I would just eat by myself every day.
I call this condiments a la carte.
Yeah, I was like, what's in the fridge?
It's
how can I make
bunch of relish?
Yeah. How can I make bruschetta less fancy?
Yeah. Those are called peanut butter crackers.
Yeah.
Peanut butter crackers.
Peanut butter crackers. That's what
Ryan's like, I eat them.
I eat that. I used to have a lot of. That used to be my go-to snack.
I did like peanut butter crackers.
Like the orange ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I used to have the package with the circle crackers with the peanut butter in the middle. The Austin.
Yeah.
I like the orange crackers.
When I drove
I like the garbagey orange ones.
Yeah, when I drove the lemonade truck, I would get Austin peanut butter crackers every single day.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. And I would just
really
and serve up lemonade and eat crackers and peanut butter.
I had an epiphany the other day. I dipped a Big Cat in peanut butter, and I was like, this tastes like a Nutter Butter all of a sudden, and it's pretty killer.
Yeah, I bet that's good.
So
go
for it, everybody.
Have you ever just bought a Nutter Butter, Frank?
It's different, though, because like the peanut butter would be different.
It's different? Because the peanut butter's on the outside.
Yeah.
I imagine, you know what? That's a good point. Because when the peanut butter goes in, it coats your mouth with the creamy peanut butter, and then you get hit with the chocolate, with the Nutter
Butter, of the wafer,
and then the crunch. The other way is the other way around. You get the peanut butter, the wafer, and then the peanut butter. The chocolate. I mean, the chocolate.
And with the Kit Kat, it's a lot more firm too, so it's like more crunchy. It was tremendous.
Did you say it was a big cat? Was it a big cat or a regular cat?
Yes,
a big cat.
I only buy big cats because I'm not.
That's what you like. Yeah, you're a big boy.
Okay.
Not a little tiny baby who needs a little tiny Kit Kat.
Okay.
When my grandma, growing up, my grandma was like Irish and German, so cooking was like not her thing. And so she always had gross food in the house, but the one thing she would have would be peanut butter Twix bars. Ooh. And we would eat them where I would peel off all the chocolate and then eat the cookie underneath it so I could just eat the log of peanut butter.
Katie, we eat that the same way.
Did you do that too?
That's a lot of work with a Twix bar.
Oh, it was worth it.
We eat that the same way. I like to dissect a snack like that, a layered snack. I like
me too.
To break it down like that. And you ever get the good pop where you take that bite and the peanut butter pops right off the cookie?
Yes. The other gross
feeling.
thing I used to do, EL fudge cookies, I would take them apart and eat the chocolate.
What's an EL fudge cookie?
It's the
Keebler elves?
The Keebler elves. Oh. They're like basically shortbread cookies with chocolate in between.
They're shaped like little elves, right?
Yeah. But I love the cookie. Like I just like that plain cookie. So I would eat all the chocolate by itself and then put them back together and eat just the same, just the two cookies.
One day you're going to go over to Katie's house and eat a handful of peanuts, right? And you're like, oh, these are good peanuts. You'd be like, they used to be M&Ms.
It's funny that you were like, I
just eat the chocolate from around the peanuts. The what?
Yeah, I prefer the cookie.
It's like you liked the cookie, but you still went through the process of eating the inside first.
Yeah, like I'll suffer through the chocolate, but I really want the cookie.
How do you eat a lasagna, Katie? How do you break that one down? You just go straight through? Or do you like
I think lasagnas I eat. So I also have a weird food quirk where when I'm eating a sandwich or like a lasagna, I think the same thing would apply. I make really great sandwiches because I make sure all the ingredients are spread evenly across the sandwich. Like I will take apart a sandwich so I can rip a tomato in half and make sure half is on one part of the sandwich and half is on the other part.
How do you layer your roast beef?
Or like what do you mean? Do I do like I also don't like it when I like to have it like they have it in a commercial. You know what I mean? Like when you would pull the meat up and then you let it drop onto the sandwich as opposed to
like you don't want it like flat like a sheet.
Exactly. If it's flat like a sheet, like if it's flat like bologna in a package, it fucking grosses me out. I have to take it apart and then like fold it so that there's like air pockets so it looks like cooler.
See, It's funny that it grosses you out because there's actually like when you see like a picture of like a fancy sandwich on TV and the meat is always like folded and kind of like dropped on there. It's not just flat. There's actually a science behind why that's better, and it's because you come into contact with more surface area of the piece of meat.
Oh, there you go.
So you taste it more than if it's just mushed flat.
That's a great thing to bring up, Frank. And that's a little hey, did you know on the Wicked Funny podcast?
There you go.
Yeah.
I learned that from Anthony Bourdain.
Wow.
And that explains why I just innately liked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just have good taste automatically.
Yeah.
Why does it gross you out though if it's flat?
Because it goes back to this cube chicken problem. Like it looks like a hunk of meat in like a weird. I just don't like it. Like
weird processed meats freak you out a little bit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I can see that.
And I don't like it. You know.
That's odd. Do you make like a sub or like a round sandwich?
All of them. It doesn't matter. I just love sandwiches.
Have you had the Italian Corner Deli, Katie, from Providence?
Did you have it at your wedding?
It was at Frank's
then
wedding?
Yes, I did, and it was really good.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, no, those were that was really good. Those sandwiches, I did not have to redistribute the meat. It was evenly distributed.
Yeah,
I did split up the tomatoes.
They layer the meat nice. They layer the meat
that
nice.
pisses me off when you order like a burrito from a place, especially if it's like a large, like a bigger, fat, chunky burrito.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, just because it's rolled up, you take like half of it has sour cream. You know what I mean? And I know like, you got to turn it, but sometimes even when you turn it, then another ingredient is only on one side.
Exactly, and I don't like it.
Fucking bananas.
So when I eat burritos like that, then what I do is I cut the burrito in half, and then I have to scoop out the ingredients.
Wow, so you turn it into a protein bowl?
And then I eat it with pieces of I eat it with pieces of the tortilla. Like I will eat it regular if I have to, but like if I have a plate, I cut half of it and the other half I'll save till later, and then I just like start cutting it completely apart. And so I can eat, because I don't want to eat like also at the end of a burrito there's just hunks of tortilla. I don't want that when I can use that tortilla at the first half of my thing. Oh, and the other disgusting thing I do is
like
when
that idea.
When I eat pizza, I rip off the crust because it's dry. So I rip the crust off and I dip it in sauce throughout the piece of the pizza.
I do that, Katie. I do that. Katie, you eat so many foods the same way. How do you eat your Dunkaroos, Katie? How do you eat a Dunkaroo?
The Dunkaroo, you just dunk it. That one, don't you just dunk it? Yeah. Have you ever had a Dunkaroo?
Dunkaroos the other day.
It's the crackers, and then you got the Scoopy with the.
I know. Kirsten bought me Dunkaroos like a few months ago. She's like, I don't know. I thought you might like this. And
did you like it?
Yeah, I haven't had it since I was a kid. But I'm just trying to think of a weird. Is there a weird way to eat a Dunkaroo?
That's what I can't think of one.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
When I used to eat, did you guys ever? Did you ever eat those snack packs of like breadsticks with cheese, like cheese food? They were like mini breadsticks, and you would dip them in a little package of cheese.
Kind of like cheese and crackers, but they were sticks.
Yeah.
So I used to eat those, and I would be very conservative with my cheese use until I got to the last breadstick, and then I would eat like giant scoop of cheese.
I used to do that with Lunchables. I'd sacrifice a couple plain crackers out of the Lunchables. Yeah. And then at the end, I would make, that last Lunchable I'd make, it would be like a Big Mac.
Good.
It'd be like a Big Mac in my hand.
Yeah.
I'd just stack it all up.
The cheese and crackers gave me like anxiety because I was always like, I'm going to run out of the cheese before the end. So I was always super careful. It was hard to just enjoy it for that.
You got to spread it. You got to spread it. A lot of people don't spread things they should spread. And that's a problem. Tartar sauce is another big, it's a spreadable condiment that nobody spreads.
What do you think they do with it?
A lot of people dip the tartar sauce. You should spread the tartar sauce.
Brian, you got to turn your mic down a little bit because you're clipping on my end. I don't know if you're clipping on your end.
You mean like on a sandwich?
While you're hollering about tartar sauce.
It's very important to me.
It's very
important. Whenever I see people just take chunks of fish and dip it in the tartar. You're doing yourself a disservice.
Okay. So when I eat that,
oh my god, what do you peel off all the breading first when you have fish and chips?
No, you spread it.
I'll take a bite of fish, and then I take my knife into the tartar sauce, and I spread it over the bite of fish. So every piece of the fish has tartar sauce on it, a good amount.
Yeah, see, you got to spread the tartar. You got to
if you just dip it, the breading's gonna fall off. It gets all weird.
Yeah,
you got sour cream stuck in your tartar sauce.
Sour cream dippable. Sour cream you can do both. You can spread and dip a sour cream. I like sour cream. That's I think that's bang for your buck. One of the best condiments.
Sour cream is tremendous. Yeah.
I do like sour cream.
Extra sour cream. Doesn't even matter what I ordered.
You just get it.
Just get it. If it's at a restaurant, absolutely. Applebee's, everything's good with sour cream at Applebee's.
I mean, their whole thing is what even is it? You know what I mean?
Their menu is pretty much built around sour cream.
Yeah.
It's as if it was a sour cream company that opened a restaurant.
You remember when they had that good honey mustard? You remember when Applebee's had the good honey mustard? I used to go there. I would drink their honey mustard.
I don't remember. I don't think I did that. I don't know.
I haven't been to an Applebee's in 10 years.
Really? You got to go. I'll shut that bitch down.
Oh, why? I don't think so.
No. I went there 5 years ago.
Why do you got to shit on Applebee's? Why?
Why not?
Why do you shit on Applebee's?
It's not a bad restaurant. It's just fine. It's okay.
That's all that. It's not. They call themselves fine.
But that doesn't make them good.
Don't they do
it's just eating good? That's all they are. That's not eating great in the neighborhood. It's eating good in the neighborhood. It's good,
Brian.
But it's eating good for great prep for
It's not cuisine, but it's not awful. It's
a little expensive.
It's pricey for what it is. You could just go to a neighborhood deli and get a way better sandwich, and then just redistribute the sandwich into an epic sandwich, and you're good to go.
You order a sandwich, you do surgery on the sandwich, you sew it back together, and then Katie's happy.
You move on.
They got half-price appetizers and nonstop Nelly on the music.
No, I do agree that their appetizer game is pretty good.
I don't even know what it is.
You're getting chicken fingers and shit. It's perfectly fine. It's fine.
Katie, it's all the basic appetizer shit that you would want, but it's done really good. But
their entrees, I'm kind of
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the entrees, but dude, quesadillas on point.
We got a gift card. We got a gift card to Applebee's, and we have not been yet.
Guess what we're doing in Jacksonville, Florida, you guys?
Oh boy,
we're gonna be eating good in Duval.
Oh, I can't wait.
April 23rd.
What a treat. Yeah, you guys.
And I'm planning the trip. Yeah, I got a lot of fun things planned.
Can't wait.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome. All kinds of Florida stuff. We're going to do meth. We're going to do bath salts. We're going to bite some faces.
Yeah, let's bite some faces.
It's going to be pretty cool.
Fuck yeah, man. Everybody that comes to the show, listen to this episode right now. You mention episode 185, Katie will bite your face.
Yeah.
Or Frank. You want Frank bite your face, you can get that too.
Not gonna
why anybody would want that is beyond me. I mean, if given the two of you, I would rather have Katie bite my face than Frank.
Yeah, I would hope so. It'd be weird if you would prefer me to do it.
I feel like Frank would do it in a slow, methodical way.
Honestly, my thought
how would you bite? I want you guys to describe how you would bite my face.
But honestly, I just not your face, but it just made me salivate.
To bite a face.
No, I imagined people's pores and your
the grease in their pores,
and pimples and
What if your teeth are scraping? Your teeth are scraping across their pores, and then you're squeezing pimple juice out, and it gets in your mouth.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh yeah.
You got to do it.
You never just licked your Mexican wife's face?
Just lick her face?
Yeah,
like a
man.
Dog?
Like a puppy.
Yeah, if you could fuck on the bed, you can lick on the face.
When I say hello or goodbye to her.
No, this morning. You never just licked her face. Hey,
when we're getting sexy times?
Your face has been licked, right, Katie?
Yeah, but I don't. I think it is weird.
I've never been I'm just gonna lick her face. I'm sure I've done it in passing.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
but
Frank.
It's not a go-to for me. I'm not hold still, let me.
I'm not saying it has to be. I'm not saying it's gotta be. I'm just
Brian's
saying.
all horned up
like a cat.
Brian's all horned up because you're all horned up because when we had our live show on Saturday. Somebody in the audience was like, "Ooh, I know a girl for him."
Can I tell the story, please?
You gonna tell it?
I'm gonna tell it.
Okay, go ahead.
It was incredible because I also wanted to add we did the Creepy Corner segment and we talked about dating a little bit on stage, and I had to show the crowd how many matches I don't get. And one of the sheer horror, the look of horror on people's faces.
It was wonderful.
So what I did, everybody, I just took out my phone, I opened my Tinder app, and I just blindly started right swiping everybody in the area.
And held it up so everyone
I held it up so everybody can see it. And I'm trying to explain, like, look, guys, you don't get it. I don't get matches. Here, look at the matches. And the more I kept right swiping, the more horrified people looked.
People looked like we were showing like cannibalism. Like they were like
2 girls, 1 cup.
It was. It was that same energy.
What it was like. They're like, oh my God.
And like Brian pulled out a wad of money and set it on fire. Like, I'm going to burn more money.
Yes. And then at one point, people go, you got a match. You got a match. You got a match. And I said, no, that's not a match. Tinder put me in timeout. I ran out of matches.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody's like, oh, man. And so I'm like, it's all right, everybody. We got Bumble. And then I just started right swiping Bumble and the looks again. And then as we were doing this, these 2 women in the back go, we have somebody for that'll date Brian. Like, we know somebody.
And we all were like, ha, ha, ha.
We're like, no, you don't. And then they go, no, seriously, I have one. She has another. So now 2 women in the crowd each have a friend that they want to hook me up with. And Katie's fucking going into it. This was like fucking, oh my God.
It was like
somebody threw catnip at fuck Katie. And she just.
Because we wanted to make sure, like, will this actually be a match? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We were like, here's a series of questions that we have to ask.
Yeah, and we were running with it. And I got to tell you, I was fucking sweating bullets during this point. Like,
during the questions.
I was very nervous.
It's not like they're going to be like, and here she is, and then bring her out like a weird game show.
I know, but it was just I didn't know what to do. My body was shutting down, and all I could do was make my palms sweat. That's all I could do. My palms were so sweaty. I didn't know what to ask. I was in shock. I was not functioning.
He didn't ask a single thing.
Because I didn't know what to ask. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do at all. So I've never been put in that situation.
But if someone says, oh, I want to fix you up with my friend, like, what are the questions that pop in your head to ask about that friend?
I just say, go for it. And then if they do it,
you don't care? You don't ask?
What if they were like well, she's a neo-Nazi. Like, what if they're like a crazy person?
They probably are. They probably are. Most single people in their late 30s, early 40s are crazy people. I'm a crazy person.
Yeah, but you're like not dangerous crazy. You know?
Yeah, I'm assuming that the people that want to hook me up with people in their lives aren't going to hook me up with a psychopath.
I don't know. I would ask a lot of questions. I would have so many questions.
It would all depend. I would say do it and then maybe say, well, like, what are they like? Is, like a basic question.
Oh my God!
What are they like? I would say
the questions. The questions that we asked were like, Brian wears shorts in the winter. Is she going to be okay with that? Does she like weed? Like really, really like it?
Yeah. What are her favorite bands?
And they said, "Oh, this was the wildest one." We were like, "Does she like weed?" And they were like, "Yeah, she does." And then we were like, "Does she like jam bands?" And they were like, "I don't know. She loves fish." And we were like, "What?" Like, I was mind blown.
It was like a black dude saw a magic trick when Katie heard that.
I was very excited. When that happened, that was bonkers.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah.
Right? It was crazy. But
it's not like you were wearing a fish t-shirt or anything.
No.
I know.
You said it on purpose.
But it goes to show, I've told these dating stories about how crazy it is that all these different situations happen. Now here I am on stage, 2 people that have seen me flip the fuck out already. You want to hook your friend up with Brian on stage? That's crazy. And we get to the brass tacks. It's somebody that likes fish, weed. They check off all these boxes. And then at the end of the show, when it comes time to see what's going on, these two girls had left before the show ended, and we got nothing.
They did. It was pretty great.
That's a little strange.
So they left. Right. So all that for nothing. But it was a great fucking. I mean, I couldn't think of any better way to close the fucking show than by having the two women that each had a friend for me leave the show without giving any contact information.
There's got to be a way to track them down.
I did hear from someone who knows them that they were going to get the person's IG information and phone number. And I said, that's great because Brian will do absolutely nothing with that.
Yeah, more or less. But one thing that kept happening during the show, after I went through Bumble and after I went through Tinder, everybody was talking about Hinge.
That's where I met Josh.
Really?
I don't know what the fuck is Hinge.
I had never even heard of it before.
Never heard of Hinge until this show. And nobody could describe it at the show. We're like, what is Hinge? And everybody kept going,
we definitely talked about it.
And they kept going.
I mean, guys, all dating apps are basically the same.
They go, it's Hinge. And we go, yeah, but what is Hinge? And they go, it's just Hinge.
It's just a dating app.
This app so great?
Nothing. It's just, so Tinder, you write in your profile, right? Like you fill out like whatever you want to say about yourself, right? And that's it. Is that still the case with Tinder?
Yeah.
Okay. So Tinder does that, and then it shows your pictures. And then you just go like, all right, what do I feel about this paragraph? All right, moving on. Hinge has like 100 different questions or prompts that you can just choose which ones you want to answer. And then instead of just like seeing your picture and a little blurb, you see the people's pictures and then you see their answers to these questions. And so you can choose to like an answer that they gave. So it helps you like at the end of the day, they're all just dating apps and whatever. But Hinge like helps you at least have like a talking point where you can be like, oh, that answer was funny. Or like, I like that band also, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay. I've also noticed that they have, do they have this feature when you guys met Katie, the audio feature?
No, that's a new one.
That's a new one.
That?
So you can answer the question verbally, like you can record something now.
Yeah. So,
who would want to sit there and just be like, let's listen to this person talking to a microphone with a TV in the background? Like, just, you know?
Well,
Brian,
I could do like Willem Dafoe and hello and welcome to Brian's Hinge page.
Dude, if you put up a bunch of Willem Dafoe pictures, like make a fake account of Willem Dafoe, that would be tremendous.
That would be so funny. Willem Dafoe on
Hinge. How sad would you be though if Willem Dafoe gets matches and you don't?
Oh, he would. 1,000,000,000% would. I'm not getting anything on Hinge. Are you kidding me? I haven't gotten anything anywhere yet.
You might,
but I think this weekend ignited something in Brian because unprompted he sent me like 100 Hinge questions and he's like, these are all the questions on Hinge, and then he's like, is this picture a good first picture? And I was like, what's happening now?
I did it, Frank. I created a Hinge account, and the only thing that's missing are the answers to these prompts, and I figured we can do that today. Let's figure out good answers to these prompts with two of my best friends in the world to help me make a Hinge and get hitched on a Hinge. I think that's the whole basis of the thing. Hitched on a Hinge.
Maybe, yeah. So Frank, there's like loads of prompts. Like I have them in front of me. So some of them would be like, first round is on me if, and then you fill it out. So you could be like, first round is on me if you whatever, get drunk and leave your shoes places or whatever. You know what I mean?
All right, let me type that out, Katie.
Wearing something I approve of.
So we have to help. Yeah, if you're wearing something I approve of. If you don't look like a little whore.
If you're not ordering some fruity girly drink.
If you're not fat like a bra model.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right.
If you're willing to have sex with me, over and over.
One of them
is willing to put this pill inside of it.
There was one prompt that was like, what did it say? It was like, I can't remember now. I'll see if I can find it.
There's one that says, proof I have musical talent. Should I sing Purple Rain into the Hinge?
No.
Dude, that would be... You're a good singer. You
actually, yeah, your voice is pretty good.
I really do. Thank you guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Do you want to do that one?
I don't think I should sing into the thing.
You don't think so?
Man. I think you should record yourself doing like just a nice karaoke type thing.
Put your face away from the microphone right now and sing a couple of lines into the phone. Just throw it on there. Like, it can't hurt.
Do Purple Rain, man.
But the problem is, if you do it with stuff like singing, I feel like when people are earnestly trying to sing, you have to either be really bad or really good. Do you know what I mean?
Otherwise, you just look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Side note about really bad singing. I got Frank turned on to this show.
It's fucking bananas.
What is it?
It's like 10 years old. I didn't know. Sorry,
I think it was called the WB Search for a Superstar.
Okay.
And it was WB's version of American Idol.
Okay.
Only they actively went out to find the worst singer in America.
Oh.
And they lied to them.
And they lied to them this whole show.
But they can't know that they're good.
Where the crowd was in on the joke.
Yeah, the crowd was in on the joke.
So they'd hit a high note and it would be screechy and cracking and the crowd would like lose their minds cheering.
And did they really think there's no way they thought they were good? You know what I mean?
They either found actors, like if it was phony, they found actors who looked like they were mentally challenged in some way to be on the show, or they just found dumb
they were like tricking people who weren't didn't have all their wits about them.
No. You gotta watch the show.
One guy looked a little odd, but one lady was excited. She was just a little ditzy, you know.
And none of the critiques were like the critiques were like Tone Loc is one of the judges, and he would be like, I don't know who that is. He was the rapper that sang Funky Cole Medina.
Oh, okay.
He was an Ace Ventura pet detective.
Wouldn't you feel like a shit though?
Oh, it's definitely evil.
Yeah,
it's hard to justify from like a moral, ethical standpoint.
No, and I'll tell you why. Because if these people are out auditioning because they think they're the best. And if you have and if you're going, and if the goal is, to be the best and put yourself out there, and this is what happens, then I believe you deserve it. I want to do it with fucking stand-up comedy.
But the problem is
the worst comedian in America.
We could put that show together in 25
tomorrow.
Minutes.
Yeah,
I could put a post
you know what? With the singing is they really thought people were people are telling them you're incredible. Yeah. So then they're singing and the crowd's cheering for him. So I think I must be great. And then at the end, the runners-up got like 10 grand. And they sat them down and were like, this was actually a contest to find the worst singer in the country.
And then did they cry?
No, they were like, thanks for the money.
They were happy to get 10 grand, but I don't know if it's worth 10 grand to just be made fun of on national television for a whole season of TV. But
nope, you get what you deserve, I say. Show. Don't put yourself out there.
Still going.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
I wish it was still on.
Me too. It was great. But no, I don't think. I think a song would be too goofy because I already say, I'm already a comedian on there.
Just do bits. Just do bits. Do bits into your phone.
Yeah.
I do bits. They have one that says a dad joke. What's your best dad joke? And I can tell my best dad joke.
Put the most inappropriate street joke you can think of.
This guy walks into a talent agency's office and says, I got an act for you.
That guy says, what's the act?
I'll do my whole profile as Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh my God.
And every prompt will be another section of the joke. And he shits in her mouth and she makes bubbles with it. And the kid pops the bubbles and then skates around in the shit.
I would die.
How do you not swipe right or whatever the good swipe is on that? Though?
I don't know.
That's funny.
But no, I guess it did ignite something in me, Katie.
Yeah, because you definitely were like, we have not been bothering you about it at all. And when we have, you've definitely been like, no, pass, I'm good. And then on your own, you started something.
Yeah.
No, I guess it's, I don't know. I guess it comes and goes in waves.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
does it have to do with the way Hinge is? Because honestly, like, every dating app to me sounds horrible, but if I was single, at least like Hinge sounds kind of cool. And
I thought it was fine.
There's a lot of stuff to talk
and
about.
The whole thing about Hinge is it's like it's the dating app you delete. Like it's designed for people looking for like
that
a
is
relationship.
a great slogan. Yeah. That's a really good slogan.
Yeah.
It says designed to be deleted or whatever on the site.
Yeah.
It's a really good slogan.
Yeah. So I guess it's a different angle. And there wasn't one unattractive person at that show that didn't say the word Hinge.
Yeah, it's like all the hot people are on Hinge.
Yeah, just dynamite shit. So
yeah, even the one other audience member who is a news personality.
Yeah, that had great creepy
who was
corner.
very
Shout
pretty.
out to the traffic reporter with the feet. Oh, great.
She let us read creepy corner messages that she gets on her work email. And she has an admirer who just is really into her feet and sends her very polite, weird messages about her feet.
Asking critiques and shit. It's fucking amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. But my Hinge profile is not active because I haven't done any of these prompts. I gotta have 3 prompts. I know.
How many are there? Like 100? Are there really like 100?
Frank, there's a shitload. I took 3 full screenshots and sent them to Katie, and I said, pick the ones you think I should answer. Help me with this. And she sent over a few, and now I'm on the thing, and I can't see. Look, these are all the prompts, Frank.
It's a lot of them.
Whoa. I'm not gonna find the fucking one Katie wants.
Can you search based on the prompt? I want to see people who answered this prompt.
I don't know. We're not that deep into
Hinge. No, I don't think that's what you do. I think you like I don't know. I think you just go through, like, it's not going to work if you do your, like, say yes to everyone. You know what I mean?
No, I'm taking Hinge seriously. This is as serious as a
you have to, like, read it and then actually answer to whatever. You know what I mean?
I know, but I'm so, I guess my problem is when I'm alone and I have to do this shit, I don't know what to say about me. Like, I don't know, like, you know, like, is this answer too goofy? Is this too serious? Is this, like, I don't know what to do. And it puts me in a tizzy to the point where I
get all tizzed out.
I get all tizzed out, and then I just put it down, and I don't do it again.
Okay.
And then time goes by, and I get comfortable. And then eventually we hit a time like this again where, you know, you're in between phases, I guess.
So I think you have to, like, for me, like, what is your personality? You know what I mean? Like, I would just do, like, mine is, how do you talk to people? This is the problem. I guess you don't really talk to people that you don't know.
The thing. I don't talk to people. I'm so introverted.
Why don't you talk? You're not, though. Like, why don't you talk put yourself in the way that you were acting when all of your friends were hanging out in the green room a couple of weeks ago at the Connection.
Yeah.
You were very talkative.
I was on fire that day. I was fucking
You were very comfortable. So act like that. Like, what would that guy say? You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. But I don't think I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
It's literally you psycho.
But that's after a show when the adrenaline's going and I'm pumped up and I'm in a great mood and the dopamine's out of fucking whack.
Who you are.
Yeah, but that's who I am. But that's not overall. That's not who I am.
You know what you could do? Make 2 accounts. Answer one like the quiet, sensitive Brian, and one like the post-show zinging Brian.
Yeah,
that's a good idea, Frank. That's a good idea. One will be the Brian. I'll have the fucking Daddy Hinge account.
Yeah.
One's Brian and one's like Brian with a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to pay for the boost on that one. The Hinge boost.
Mm-hmm.
All the dating apps, you have a thing where you can pay. Shit. Yeah, you gotta pay. Like if you want to super like somebody on Tinder, you gotta pay and get gold coins.
Like if I'm paying, I want it to be like an eHarmony thing where like they're doing like the background work for me. Like they're doing the work.
What do you want them to do? Like find the person for you?
No, but doesn't a lot of these apps like what you're talking about, it sounds like Hinge and all those other ones, it's like it's throwing people at you and you're just like, that person's pretty. But eHarmony, as far as I'm aware, actually has like a matchmaking system.
I don't know. eHarmony had to fill out a lot of stuff, and then you still can do swiping, but they would just send you 5 people, and you would just be like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, I thought they had some kind of.
It wasn't like a big thing.
Algorithm to match.
I was on this app for a little bit called Coffee and Bagels, and the guys are the coffee, and the girls are the bagels, and I think it's because a bagel has a hole in it. And
and the guys are all black
that does make sense
or something.
No, every day.
Like what? What is the coffee? I mean, I guess the guys are coffee because they're. What are they supposed to be?
I don't know. Yeah,
hot and annoying.
Energizing.
But you would only get one person a day, and that was it. It's like, here's your one, and you can.
I feel like that's too slow for people. That's probably why that is not popular. Yeah.
Slow. So
crazy.
Right. Yeah. But maybe I'm in a talkative mood. I'm feeling like Green Room Brian. We'll do the prompts.
Okay. So here's one. Biggest risk I've taken.
Okay.
Going on this app.
Biggest risk I've taken.
Like, what would you say?
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't take risks. Why would I take it? Why would I take
Oh, my God.
risk?
That's what you could answer. Why would I take it?
Yeah.
What do you want, your mind?
taking a door deal at a VFW in fucking Barrington. I took a door deal at a VFW.
I don't have a death wish. I'm not a sociopath. What kind of question is this? That's what you should put.
Is that a good one? Why would I take risks?
It's probably not.
That's pretty funny.
It is.
There is funny, one. But... There's one that says, where was it? It was like, let me just do a. Your whole profile should be this one. It was, let me just do a quick rant. It says a quick rant about.
I think that's every prompt. Every prompt can be a rant from me.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so maybe we could do this like rapid fire. I'll answer them, and then Katie, you can pick my best answers, and that's what I'll put on the Hinge thing. We'll do that on Patreon.
I mean, we still have a little bit of time left for this
but I
real
wanted
episode.
To push something else because I had a fun idea.
What?
I wanted to push our Patreon not only for the prompts, but we got our March Madness pool coming up.
Yeah.
Right? Where we pick our college basketball teams and fill it out. And all of our Patreon.
That is always pretty. People really like that.
They
sure do.
A lot of them have been signed up since last year's March Madness. And so I have some college basketball teams. And really quick, I just want you guys to guess if it's a real team or not. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
What is that?
And then this will give the listeners some incentive to see exactly how much you guys know about college basketball.
Okay.
To get them to sign up for the Patreon to win the cash prize. All right.
Okay.
So,
cool.
Katie, Southeast Louisiana Lions. You think that's a real team or a fake team?
Real team.
That's a real team. Correct.
That's what I would have guessed.
Frank, the Pennsylvania.
You would have guessed fake, Frank?
You would have guessed fake?
Real.
What about the Pennsylvania Quakers?
Real.
That's correct. Katie, the Billington Fighting Ducks.
Real.
Fake. That is fake.
That's too bad.
Frank, the Marist Red Foxes.
I don't even know what a Marist is. Let's say real.
Correct. Katie, the Montana Mountain Elks.
Real.
That's fake.
That kind of sounds fake.
Frank, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns.
Real.
That's a real one.
That's pretty funny.
There it is. So sign up for the Patreon, everybody. I got more teams for next week.
That was really, you really did it.
We did it. I thought it was fun. That was just a quick little, that was just the tip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait till you see what happens with the Patreon, and it's bananas.
Wow.
We're going to do it now. I'm throwing this thing out. I'm starting to hinge. I'm doing it. I'm getting hinged.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to help me. And we're going to do that now.
Okay.
All right, Katie, can you do your thing?
What, close us out?
Yeah.
Why don't we we're still so early. Why don't we try one more response that you actually answer? And then, okay. So there is one that you could do. I'm not going to, okay, how about this one? Try to guess this about me.
You can't say dick size.
Oh, wait, here's a good one. I'm the type of texter who, and you could say would rather call.
Would rather call.
Or would rather talk on the phone.
Yeah, no, because then they're going to call me. See? And that's where the problem lies.
What if they don't even want to call you?
That's the shit that I overthink. That's the shit I overthink. Because somebody's going to read that and be like, oh, he likes talking on the phone all the time, which I don't mind talking on the phone. I'd rather talk on the phone. You're right, because you get more information talking on the phone than you do with text. But I can't have these long-ass conversations anymore. I can't do it. I can't.
What do you mean anymore? Who are you
I don't know. Like what? Yeah, who are you talking to
when
right
you get
now?
those early dating stages, you guys probably don't remember this shit, but you talk on the phone for hours.
I mean, in high school or whatever.
Yeah. Nah, I've done it as an adult.
I haven't talked on the phone for hours with anyone in like over 10 years.
I mean, I've talked to people. I don't know. Josh and I used to talk a lot, but I liked when we did that. Like, we don't talk at all now, and it's annoying. So I would like to talk to people. I know he's living his best life, and I'm like, we should break up.
Graduated annoyance college.
I know. I'm like, we should break up. We don't talk anymore. And he's like, "Ooh, we're in the clear." Yeah.
For like the past week, Kirsten comes home from work. We chit chat for a few minutes, and then we're like, "You gonna hop in?" "Yep, hopping in." And then we play Minecraft together and talk through that.
Wow.
Oh,
how fucking romantic. Did she? Yeah. What did you end up giving her last week on the Patreon? You said you left her a thing, but then you didn't want to say what it was.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't say it.
She was in the other room, and I didn't want her to hear it. So
right, well, now that she's seen it, what did you do, Frank?
Did you give it to her?
Yeah, so this is what I did. So
right
she built this big
monster.
She built a big fancy house in the Badlands, which is like, think like Red Rocks, like the Southwest, you know?
Okay.
And she built this big fancy house, and near there was a pillager outpost. Now, pillagers are these bad guys in the game that will attack you and try to like destroy your shit sometimes, you know? So if you raid it and you defeat everybody, you get good shit and you can take their shit. So they're programmed in, they're not other players. So I went and I flooded the whole thing, and I took all their shit, and I took these banners they have, these pillager banners that are unique. You can only get them by doing that. And I went into her house and I hung one up, and then I left signs around it, like with like a note.
Wow.
And I was like, "This is for you."
Hero.
I heroically stormed the pillager outpost.
Frank the White Knight.
And I got this for you. I think I wrote it like, old timey, fair maiden or whatever.
Wow.
That's kind of cute.
And then I said, "P.S. You don't have to leave this on your wall because it is sort of ugly."
Oh, it was ugly?
Well, it's a pillager. It's a banner of like an evil group of people. So it's like,
it's like it hung up.
It's not like flowers
in her house.
No, it's just like angry eyes. I could find it. I hung up some in my base as well.
I don't care, Frank.
Come on.
It's a lot.
Come on.
But she was like, "Thank you. That's very nice."
That's cute.
Yeah. If anybody wants to hear Frank talk more about Minecraft and his slave ownership, he has slaves on Minecraft.
You can't see that. You can't fucking see that.
Right. No, we can't, Frank.
I have so many more slaves now, like twice as many slaves.
Yeah, you can go to our video game episode and hear about how Frank built a world within a world that consists of blocks in a game that my son plays.
Yes.
That is true.
All right.
I'm going to make a flying machine next.
A flying machine?
There's really sophisticated stuff a guy made an 8-bit computer processor that plays Tetris inside Minecraft. You can do really cool stuff. Why are you blinking?
Katie, can we close this out
now? I don't
Can
know.
we close it out now? Before Frank really gets into this Minecraft?
Katie's super frozen. It looks
I'm not frozen, but I'm just like, whoa. All right, you guys, thank you for sitting through this with us. If you have a better way to describe Hinge, write in, let us know. If you have any prompts you think Brian should answer, write in, let us know. As always, thank you guys for listening. If you are interested in doing our March Madness competition, please sign up for our Patreon. It is free for all Patreon members, and there are cash prizes. Just go to patreon.com/wickedfunnypodcast and also follow us on all social media. We will be at Wicked Funny Podcast, and we will see you guys, and we love you. Bye-bye.